Hello, friends. Welcome to another interesting episode of Lutsandvo Ekhaya, Love at Home. We are in GOJE Township, Ezulwini. And we thank the Lord for He has allowed us to be with one of the sweetest couples in the kingdom of Eswatini.
Yeah.
That is Sam and Nomakhosi Nxumalo. So we are going to ask the Nxumalos to share their experiences. They are going to share the difficulties that they faced as they were preparing for marriage, the blessings that they have received, the things that they do to keep their relationship growing. And finally, they will share their advice to the other couples and those that are contemplating marriage. Over to you, Bomgoni.
For the wedding. I was doing it on my own. I didn't have enough support.
Okay.
Yes, to do that. To go and get a cow. His daughter, I had to do it myself.
Oh.
I had to find people to kill it. Yes, I had to find. Luckily, a certain friend of mine in Matapa, where the shop, offered to put the meat in the fridge for free.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, in his shop.
So is it like your family wasn't
No, it's
agreeing with your decision?
it's just a friend.
I mean, you didn't have support. Is
Yes.
it because your family did not agree with the decision that you had made to marry Nomakhosi?
I suspect that. They
Okay.
did not say
Oh, all
anything,
right.
but I didn't see any support.
Okay.
I had to do everything myself, and only a few times where my children they could help me. I could send them to do things, and they did that. And one of my brother's son helped me to drive the van and carry, what was it? Seats, chairs. Yeah, to
Okay.
bring chairs to the yes. Very few help that I got. Otherwise, there was no help. Yes. And
But you were not discouraged. You
no, I
just
was
kept
not
on
discouraged.
working on the function.
No, I was not discouraged because I believed everything comes from God.
Oh yeah.
Yes, everything comes from God. The way he was dilly-dallying for so long. But I believe God did it at last. Amen.
Amen. We thank God. Sister Nomakhosi, on your side, did you encounter any difficulties that you are comfortable to share with us?
I think the first difficulty was to try and understand his faith. Because I didn't know much about Adventism. I lived with the people who were keeping the Sabbath, but bekungilaba bakaShem.
Okay.
Yes, so that was my only exposure, and with the level of my spiritual growth at that time, I had understood, that I cannot be part of that group.
Okay.
Yes. So I had that difficulty of trying to understand why everybody else worships on Sunday and this particular group worships on Sabbath. The first thing that the devil will whisper to you that there must be something wrong with you, At the same time, I think what, helped me and drove me, to where we are was the fear of the Lord, because I didn't even see him like, wow, what an attractive man. No, it was more like, what if this man has been, picked by God for you? That, question kept on coming, from time to time. So even that in itself is a difficulty, because you have to fight between, the other voices, that will go against that. The difficulty he's mentioning, it wasn't so much, with me, because in my family I'm more like, the one who's been helping everybody. So whatever I do, even to bury my mother, was alone. So, to walk towards the wedding day alone, it was not an issue. As a result, I didn't see, his problem. I didn't see his problem. It was only looking backwards that I realized, oh, yeah, there must have been a problem. I think that is what, for me, was really a problem. The issue of, the faith.
The faith.
Yes. Once I was convinced about that, it wasn't so much of an issue thereafter.
And can you share some of the blessings you've received? How have they brought you together?
For me, the blessings God has, it's amazing, because when we got married, my husband had lost his wife and lived alone, he tells me, for 3 years.
4.
4 years.
Okay.
Oh.
So, for me, I really, was blessed in the first place to have him as my husband, because I was 49 when I got married.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and I had really put the issue of getting married aside. For me, what was most important was my God.
Yeah.
So we had, so many blessings, in the first place, God blessed us. I think for me, he blessed me with the children that I never bore, because I only had one child.
Okay.
Yes, but for now, if we count our children, they are like more than 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
The children that God blessed us with. And it was really a blessing, especially when we had our 20th anniversary. Then they put up a surprise celebration. And the things that they said, even though, walking out through that journey, sometimes we had difficulty understanding one another, because they were raised differently, and we also had a set of, values that are different from there. But when they really started expressing their appreciation, we really felt blessed. And even right now, we are still blessed with those kids.
Amen. Amen.
We look at the good side, all the good things that have happened throughout. Sometimes they give you presents. You get very much amazed.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a child that otherwise is not your child. But God has made, has created this relationship to that extent.
Oh, yes.
So that, and also God blessed us with this accommodation that we have, because my husband, never went to divide the estate with their late wife. So it meant that we had to do it, after we got married. And another, maybe a challenge that we had was that now we can't marry in community of property.
Okay.
Because the estate was not yet, divided.
I see.
So we married out of, community of property. But for us, we just told ourselves, it's just it's a formality. it has nothing to do with us.
Oh, yes.
You know, whatever, we have, we will be one and we will share. Like we are expected
Yeah.
to share when you are one.
Yeah.
So it was not a problem. We went into that.
Nice.
But God, surprised us. He blessed us with this house.
Very much, yes.
And,
Yeah.
when Baba even, starts relating his story, how even that property that he had to divide, how he got it. It's a story of another day.
Oh, yes.
You just learn about the greatness of God, and you can see what you have is really just a gift from God.
Amen.
You have nothing.
Amen.
Like Job says, I came with nothing, I go with nothing.
Yeah. So, Mguni, you were married before and you lost your loved one. I think we also have some people who are like that. They have lost their loved ones. Will you encourage them to remarry?
Yes.
Hmm.
I was married
Yeah.
24 years.
Okay.
Yes. When she died.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I had to. I told myself, I'm waiting for my day
Yeah.
of death. I didn't think about remarriage. But after about 2 years or so,
Yeah.
when they started
Yeah.
recommending this one and that one, that's the only time the marriage idea came.
Okay.
Yes. But when I was still in that confusion,
Yeah.
God brought this one.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yes. So the blessing is that even though it was difficult for many people to accept it,
Yeah.
but I'm happy today my children accept her.
Amen.
They can discuss anything with her,
Amen.
do anything together with her. Yes. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy. And her son is okay. He's okay with me, no problem.
So you can encourage others really to remarry.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Amen.
As long as you do not leave your wife alive.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Go somewhere
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then remarry. No. But if your wife has passed,
Oh, yes.
the Bible says you are free
Oh,
to
yes.
remarry.
Oh, yes.
But I did not want to concentrate on that phase because I thought that was the end of my life.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
difficult.
It was difficult.
It was difficult. Yes.
Yeah.
Because everything I have we developed together. Sibambisana. And she was very active too. When we start a project, she would take it over and manage that
Oh, yes.
and supervise that project.
Yeah.
But God being God, He gave me another one.
Oh, yes.
Like that.
Amen.
The same.
Uh-huh.
With the same.
God is faithful.
God is faithful.
Right.
He always helped me to look backwards and look at good things that God has done.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It helps me a lot.
Counting the blessings.
Counting the blessings.
Yeah, there is no Makosi blessing number one. Amen.
I see.
And what are some of the things you do to keep your relationship growing?
Kubambisana in everything we do.
Oh,
Wow,
yes.
yeah.
I don't do anything without her telling her what I think we should do.
Oh, yes.
And she does the same too.
Wow.
She doesn't just do something. We discuss it first and then and do it. And it has helped. It has helped us.
Amen.
Yes.
Sister Nomakos,
Yebo, Mark.
what are some of the things you do to keep your relationship growing?
Maybe I start with the ugly side.
Yeah.
And, something that has really helped, me, particularly on the point of submitting, to others, is that I never go into an argument with him. I continue to talk so long as I think he doesn't understand
Yeah.
my point. The moment I see that he understands my point, but he doesn't agree,
Yeah.
I retreat.
All right.
Okay.
So, I've always heard, children saying, but you are always agreeing. I said, they don't know. We don't always agree. It's just that, they will probably never witness an argument,
Yeah.
between us. So I use that and it has helped me a lot. Then when that happens, because, there are times when you are right, and he is actually not right. So what do? Instead of arguing with him, I go to my father. I go to my father. I remember when I used to work one time, I, from time to time when you work for government, you get a back pay. Sometimes they review the salaries, then they, you find that they give you a lump sum, which is back pay for months, because they backdate that. So, each time that happens, I would just take a lump sum, like this, and then just, put it in his hand. And then he would open and say, Ulishi.
And what does that mean?
Ulishi, and then I would, so, but when he gets his, he would not do that. So then I wanted to start, challenging him for that. But instead, I went to my father.
By your father, you mean?
My God, I don't have a father. My father left before I started school. So for me, when I say father, I'm talking to my God.
Oh, okay.
My father left before I started school. So really, I have no reference in my life. My father, yes. So I went to the father who's better than fathers of the world.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So, I discussed this. And then we were kneeling for morning devotion. And he takes out, 1,000 cash. He puts it on the bed. We kneel there just, And then I wanted to ask. And then the spirit says, why are you asking? Actually, this is what you wanted. So I kept quiet. I said,
Wow.
So, this is how, I handle, arguments.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know when my husband is not happy.
Oh, yes.
The moment I see that, I also retreat. So long as I see that, he doesn't like what I've done, he doesn't agree with me, I can just see right there.
Oh, yeah.
And I must say, what I appreciate with him, he will not stay at that. Even if we disagree on anything, it won't be like that the following day. I thank the Lord for that, because I don't know how it happens.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how it happens. So, this is how we have. And also, what will I say now? Because we are still planning to go on a cruise in about a year or so. We go for holidays.
Wow.
Yeah, we have been to many countries, many places, and we travel a lot. Sometimes we would hear the children say, now where are you now? Where are you going again? Again, So we have done that, and for us, it's really something that keeps our because when we start talking, sitting down talking about our holidays, it feels like new. One time we spent money, we left here, we went on a 7-day cruise Caribbean.
Wow.
And we spent money. When the money came, our pension money, I was still working, but our pension,
Yeah.
when we went to the ATM, it's there.
Yeah.
We're using the money. The stops we're making on the islands, we're using the money. When we came home, the people we left here, they had made bills. So, to us, now it's fun when we talk about those things. We really, find that there is joy
Oh, yes.
in that.
There is one surprise they did for me.
Yeah.
My wife and the children. They organized when I turned 70.
Yeah.
They organized a trip. They took me to Israel.
Wow.
Israel. We had a good time.
Oh, amen.
We went everywhere. Even we went to see the tomb of Jesus.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a number of things.
Oh, yes.
We went to the Dead Sea. So that was a surprise because I was not expecting it. So that's what they did.
And to me, this is a challenge. Yeah, to myself, and I know to other couples out there. Hey, let us take each other out. Hey, Senior Africans, I don't know we have a problem when it comes to that one. Yeah. And also the children, I like the part that you have said, Mnguni. The children are also part of this thing to surprise you to Israel. Oh, beautiful. I'm challenged.
Yeah, you'll never regret the money you spent. You will never regret. In fact, it keeps on being even more as time goes on. In fact, talking about another blessing, one of our daughters, when she was doing missionary work in South Korea, she invited us to South Korea.
Wow.
We were so amazed. We were never ever going to reach there. We were almost even in Japan, but we didn't have $100. We only needed $100 to get to Japan, but we didn't have.
But Japan was very close.
Hey, children out there, this is a challenge to all the children out there.
Yeah.
Please take your parents out. We are not saying take them to South Korea or where, but at least just do something.
Yeah.
Amen.
That was another surprise. We did not expect.
Yeah.
What advice would you like to give to other couples watching this video?
Hey, it's just that to get
How I like this. How amen. How this is just beautiful. Yeah.
fact,
So
to get to this kind of marriage is good to not to rush.
oh yes.
Not to rush. Take time, but keep in consultation with God as you do that.
Oh yes.
And then, because some people are able to hide their actual themselves. They hide it.
Yeah.
But if you don't rush, give it time, you end up discovering some characters that you did not expect. Yes.
Yeah.
And God helps you to do that. If you do everything in consultation with God. So that's what they should do.
Oh yes. Yeah. Let them take their time
Yes.
and let them consult God. And let them take each other out as couples.
Yes.
That one I'll emphasize.
Yes.
Yeah, Africans take each other out.
Yes.
Thank you,
Because
Nguni.
God says, love each other. Love each other.
Makemgun, what would you like to say to other couples out there?
Couples, maybe I should start with those that aspire for marriage.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
sure.
For the girls out there, truly, Proverbs 31 lives even today.
Amen. Amen.
You stay in your corner and be concerned and be busy, in your corner. That is the time God nurtures you, to get you to a level where you qualify to be somebody's wife. And you don't keep on moving around, looking around who loves you and asking questions when is the right time to get married. Seasons are for God.
Yeah.
So for you, you just stay in that corner and be busy. If you are a single girl out there, develop yourself. If you are a child that is still living under your parents, just be a helper to your parents. Then, that is the person whom God finds to, that they qualify for marriage. And, also the boys, they can use Proverbs 31 as to when they ask the question, how do I know she's the right person?
Oh, yes.
Look at those characteristics of that woman found in Proverbs. Because at the end of it all, that is the woman that is going to make you a proper man.
Amen. Amen.